Hello everybody, my name is Meisterbloo and welcome back to my playthrough of Higurashi no Nakakoto ni Chapter 1 Onikakushi. I have 4 delicious notes to take care of in this episode, and they are the previous deaths that have happened on the night of the Onikakushi festival in the past years at Hinamizawa. We'll start with the Hojo couple's falling incident, which I don't think we've actually stated what member of the Hojo family we know in this game. I don't think we have actually, so I'm not going to spoil it. And please, for the love of God, don't spoil it down in the comments section, unless of course it's already been stated in the game and I just completely forgot because I'm a doof. So, let's see what happened to the Hojo family. From the June 1980 edition. On the afternoon of XX at 2 p.m., office employee XXXX and his wife XXXX of Hinamizawa village in the Shishibone prefecture disappeared after falling 27 meters from the observatory platform in Shirakawa prefecture. Police and firefighters searched downstream and discovered the body of XXXX at around 7 p.m. that evening. His wife, 5X, has yet to be found. The search has run into difficulties due to the effects of Typhoon 3 from the previous day. It appeared a railing at the observatory that the XX leaned on had been broken, causing him to fall. The groundskeeping, that's usually one word in, I think. The groundskeeping staff was questioned by the police in regards to the facility deterioration, and if park maintenance was performed properly. Ooh, spooky. Spooky. So yes, the first two was a husband and wife. They fell off a cliff after a storm because they had gone traveling. A husband's body was found downstream, wife's body still missing. From the June 1981 edition. On the afternoon of XX around 10 p.m. in the X district of the Hinamizawa village in Shishibone prefecture, the Shinto priest of the Furure shrine, Furure, another character we know, has this name. Again, not going to spoil it though. The Shinto priest of the Furure shrine passed away after an existing condition he was recovering from suddenly worsened. Parties close to the deceased said he... Oh, I was thinking parties like party! No, it's not parties, it's parties as in people. Parties close to the deceased said he was suffering from anxiety issues concerning the festival, which was to be held that day. Also, after 4X's death, his wife, 4X again, went missing, leaving behind a farewell note. The police and the local youth association continued the search. However, given the presence of the farewell message and the fact that the Onikakushi marsh is said to be bottomless, they have run into difficulties. So yes, second Onikakushi festival case, Shinto priest shrine guy dies from an unknown illness, possibly due to stress. Wife kills herself by drowning in the bog. Body is never found. Housewife murder. It wasn't reported in the newspaper. Is that all it says? What? What? Why? Housewife murder again. It wasn't reported in the newspaper. Oh, you sneaky son of... Okay. Alright, but the housewife murderer, what happened was a housewife had been found in the forest, like, brutally just beaten to craziness, and somebody went missing. Somebody disappeared. I'm not going to spoil it because the first arc does cover who it was, so I'm not going to say anything about him. But you know it's a him now. Damn it. Radio log. This is audio? Where is it? Nope. Alright, here we go, guys. Alright, ready? This is gotta speak right if I'm gonna do this. This is Okinoma Station. Calling Unit 3. Unit 3, please respond. This is Unit 3. Loud and clear. Backup is heading your way. Hold position until further instructions. Over. Roger, Unit 3 acknowledged. Requesting no headlights. Requesting radio silence. Station, the doctor has arrived. They want to carry it away. What's the order? Over. Acknowledged. Leave it to the doctor. Affirmative. Understood. Ah, backup has arrived. Shouldn't we let them take a photo first? I think the Vic is done for. Alright, so that one was just cleaning up a body, I guess. And there's nothing else. Hopefully that came out less muffled than I think it did, but I have these on so I can't really hear well. So hopefully that came out less muffled than I think. So those are all the tips, and we did 5 minutes, 6 minutes to do tips. Awesome. Exit. I'm going to save over the ending of chapter 5. I can't rename the saves. I wish I could. It'd be so much easier for this Let's Play. End of chapter 6. Hey, that works. Close. Continue. Alright, you guys all ready? Good morning. Nice job yesterday, K-chan. You didn't do so badly yourself, Mion. Yesterday was fun.
Oh, that's right, Keiichi-kun. Thank you very much. For Mr. Bear.
Oh, you named him Mr. Bear. I'm glad you like it. Don't use it as a pin cushion, though.
I wouldn't.
Still chatting happily, we entered the classroom, but the moment I stepped into the room, a splashing sound and a nasty sensation. It was a bucket filled to the brim with water, and unfortunately my foot stepped right into it. God damn it, Satogo.
My now, how diligent of you to mop the floor this morning.
Clomp, 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 whip, whiff.
Bwah! Cage had flicked my forehead. You deserve it, you punk. You should set a more brutal trap next time.
Seeing that, Rena began to swoon as Mion looked on dejectedly. Everything was the same as always. Everybody was there and nothing felt out of place. The uncertainties I'd had in the back of my mind since yesterday had vanished.
What is it, Keiichi-kun? Didn't get enough sleep, maybe? Maybe?
I slept like a log, but if you want, I'll do a reenactment during class.
You shouldn't do that.
Mion alerted us that the teacher was coming, so everyone shuffled off to their seats. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday was the festival. Thank you to all the people who stayed until the very end to help clean up. Oh, I feel bad. Oh, she was being sarcastic. We were all slackers, so none of us actually helped clean up. Actually, I had a feeling that the only thing we did was run around the festival and cause a ruckus. Okay then, this time of year you might see some people here from out of town doing interviews about the festival for magazines. I thought it was the usual stuff, so I was going to tune it out, but then I noticed the different tone in her voice and started to pay attention. You may be asked questions. Please don't say anything silly or something that could be taken the wrong way. Do you understand? In unison, everyone replied, "Hi!" What she'd said was really vague, but I understood what she was trying to say. After all, this was the 5th year. There were probably lots of third-rate reporters pouring in. This 5th year? Wait a minute, what am I thinking of? Oh yeah, I forgot the 1st year. 1st year was the dismemberment at the damn construction site. That's right. I was like, wait a minute, no! This is the 4th incident of the curse now. No, damn construction site was first. There were probably lots of third-rate reporters pouring in, hoping something regarding the curse had happened. It did nothing but perpetuate the village's bad image. She was saying, don't spout stupid shit if you think it's funny. And now I was one of those who needed to keep their mouths shut. I found it rather cute how I felt a sense of unity from such a trite thing, if I do say so myself. Them Higurashi. Is it lunchtime? Oh, it's after school. I was summoned to club activities after school. Since everybody was still pretty tired from yesterday, we just spent the day relaxing Yeah, that wasn't happening.
Today, let's play a classic game of deduction. How about this one?
Oh, a game from overseas. Looks interesting.
The instructions are in English, but the rules don't seem that hard. I won't lose, you hear? I'm not bad at this game.
It seemed that Rena didn't handle this kind of game very well.
The rules are, the person who can match the murderer, weapon, and the scene of the crime wins. They're playing Clue!
I mean, they're playing Clue. There were 3 kinds of cards comprised of suspects, weapons, and locations. Oh wait, that's funny that Reina says she's not. They say that Reina's not good at this game. It's funny for a later arc. I could see that the names Mion and Rico were written on the suspect cards. Oh, a card with my name on it as well. There are plenty of different weapons too, like knives, axes, and poison. The locations are pretty nice too, like the living room, the study, and the courtyard.
So basically, you take out one of each of the cards. These are the answer cards. So we shuffle the remaining cards and hand them out. We ask each other about the cards and figure out the right ones.
Oh, I see. So the cards nobody has are the true perpetrators.
Then you raise your hand if you know the answer. The game ends and we check if the answer is correct. If you're right, then you get a point. If you're wrong, then you lose a point. Since the game ends, even if no one gets it right, all the cards are gathered and up and redistributed. You'll learn as you go. You really have to use your brain. You'll get confused if you don't take notes.
I need a drink. The rest you can figure out by playing, so Mion, what's the penalty this time? Everyone directed their attention to Mion.
Let's see. We're all still a little tired from yesterday, so maybe we'll take it easy with a gopher penalty. You'll be asked to rush out and buy stuff for everyone.
Awesome!
So just being asked to go buy stuff like drinks and candy, I guess. I feel like the penalty today is pretty simple.
Rika! I wonder, is it really?
Is Keiichi-san thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, you don't know what you'll have to go buy. I'm betting Mion would send whoever loses to buy stuff like hemorrhoid cream or happy family planning manual or other crazy stuff. The cards were lightly shuffled and passed out to each player. The real perpetrator, the correct weapon, and the scene of the murder have been taken out, so that means all the cards I have in my hand are innocent cards.
Then I'll go first since I'm the club president, I guess. Well then, Mion, knife, study.
You pick one suspect, weapon, and murder scene and ask each person. If you have any of those cards, then you must say, I have one. However, you don't need to say which one you have. Yeah, I got it.
Me too. I have one. Oh my, all of them are here.
3 people answered when she asked if they had Mion, knife, and study. So that means that Mion and knife and study are all in the clear. Gotta jot that down.
Then I'll go. Rena, axe, lounge.
Why are they all calling themselves out? Only 2 people said they had one. So it means out of Rena, axe, and lounge, one of them is correct and is part of the crime. No, wait. Even if they say they have one, they don't have to say how many. It's possible that either Satoko or Rika-chan has 2 of the cards.
Well, Kei-chan is next. Go ahead.
Well, wait just a little. I'm still sorting things out. The game has me thinking more than I thought. Oh man, this feels like it's going to be tough. Fade. Alright, now I have the criminal. What?
Already?
Here I am, spinning around in... Oh, okay. That was her. Here I am, spinning around in circles, and Mion just now raises her hand.
The murderer is Rika-chan, in the infirmary with the poison. Well...
Mion drew the cards from the box, and we checked to see if her deduction was right.
You were right.
Damn. I don't want Mion to win.
All I needed was one more hand. I couldn't tell whether it was poison or a pistol. I'd never use a pistol.
Oh, God. I like killing them slowly with poison. Rika, no. Don't do that. Rika-chan said such a hugely terrifying thing with such a sweet little face. I'm gonna pat her head with the mouse. Everyone was making a commotion about how they almost had it. Rena and I were left out in the cold, though.
How did you do, Keiichi-kun? I couldn't get it at all.
Don't worry, I had no idea either.
How can you both be so unsure? You'll both end up in last place together at this rate. That's even worse.
Oh, that's... Going off to buying something together as a couple? That's not bad, that's awesome. That's awesome, Keiichi. Keiichi, grow up. It's awesome. What if we ended up having to buy the Happy Family Planning Guide?
I can tell from Keiichi's expression that he's not very good at this game.
What? That's not true. I'll show you the true power of Sherlock Maibara during the next round.
My, that sounds just wonderful. I shall give you quite the thrashing.
Please don't. Please don't. After that, I managed to somewhat grasp the trick behind the game, but I was still always a step or two behind. I saw that Mion was somehow gleaning information from how the others were asking their questions. That level of experience is just too much. The only way I could stage a comeback was if I became ruthless. I tossed out the simple concept of deduction and switched over to a thought process we needed to win. The important thing isn't to find out the criminal, it's to win at the game. Eureka! I got it. Ah, sorry, I need to go to the bathroom.
Take your time and squeeze out a nice one.
No. No.
Mii-chan, that's gross.
Punch her, please. I had them hold off the game and headed down the hall. The air was crisp. It showed just how stagnant the air in the classroom was from our body heat. On the school grounds, some of our classmates were still playing around. After spending some time cooling my head, Rena had made her way over towards me.
Keiichi-kun, did you call for me?
Yeah, I did. As I got up from my seat, I winked over at Rena. I'm glad it worked out. I don't want to waste much time, so I'll get right to the point. Rena, what's your record at this game we're playing today? She was taken aback. After a moment, she hesitantly opened her mouth. Need more water.
Well, all losses. Why do you ask, I wonder?
I could tell from how apprehensively she was playing. The way things are going, I will as well. I can't figure out a way to pull off the last-minute comeback on this one.
So, I guess both of us will be taking the penalty.
Hey, don't accept defeat already. How about we win this? Both of us.
But how can we?
I brought my lips up to Rena's ear. Whisper, 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 whisper. Whisper, whisper.
Huh? Is that allowed?
Did you forget, Rena? The second rule of our society? Do everything in your power to obtain victory.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Ow. Our plan of attack was a quite rudimentary one. At the beginning of the game, everyone would be focused on their hand for a while, taking notes and whatnot. Since our seats were right next to each other, we'd reveal our hands to each other. If we did it under the desk, then nobody would know. We'd begin the game with twice as much information as everyone else. Having this much information would mean we'd need to investigate less.
With this sort of plan of attack, we start off with a big lead over the other guys.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, with this, we can probably win.
We both smirked at each other. If I was a shady businessman, then Rena was the corrupt senator. Pleasure doing business with you. Let's hurry back. We'll work as a duo to surprise everyone.
Hey now, there's no point if we go back together. It would be like flat out telling them we made a little arrangement.
Oh, she's so smart.
Oh, sorry, then
what should we do? Oh.
Then
I had those switched up the entire way. She's still smart, though. Go back ahead of me, Rena. I'll take my time coming back after washing my face or something.
Okay, got it.
Rena turned around and headed back to the classroom. Guess I should wait a little bit longer before going back. If I went in too soon, it wouldn't seem like I went to the bathroom. If Mion or one of them suspected something, then there could be some problems. Well, they'd figure it out sooner or later, because both Rena and I would start winning over and over again. Both Rena and I will have earned enough points to avoid being the losers by the time Mion realized what's happening. Excellent! Not bad at all. Maibara-kun, may I have a moment? Huh? It's the teacher. Oh. Man, things were just getting good. What is it? I'm a bit...
You have a guest. Please make your way to the entrance.
A guest? It's not like I own a hotel.
They have been waiting. Please hurry.
It was rather unfortunate that I'd have someone waiting on me right before my big match, but I was more interested in the unexpected guest. I gotta blow my nose after this. I didn't want to waste any time, so I decided to take care of it quickly. The entryway was a heavy contrast from the hot sunlight and deep shadows. Waiting there, looking uncomfortably warm, was a middle-aged man, his tie sloppily loosened and his jacket tucked underneath his arm. Are you Maibara Keiichi? I said Maibara? That's not even what it said. Are you Maibara-san? Keiichi Maibara-san? There was no question that he wasn't a resident of Hinamizawa, and that this was, without a doubt, the first time he had met me. Ever since I met Tomitake-san, I'd been running into so many middle-aged men. That's right. Who might you be? I have the AC on in my car. Let's talk there. It's a bit hot here, don't you think? The man, completely ignoring my question, pointed over to his car parked near the gate and began walking. You've got to be kidding me. I had no intention of going along with some geezer I didn't know, and he was asking me to get in his car with him? I'm not going to bite. Come on now. He opened the back door of his car and called me over. I didn't like this old man, but I wanted to know what this was about, even while knowing that conversations that start out like this have never led to anything good. The inside of his car was pretty cool. Cars with air conditioners were supposed to be a luxury. My dad didn't have one in his car, at least. Please let me know if it's too cold for you, okay? Have a habit of cranking it up all the way. So what business do you have with me? Out of spite, I decided to ignore his remark in the same way he did to me and start my own line of questioning. He pulled out a notepad from his pocket and took out a picture that was stuck between the pages. On it was the face of a pretty goofy-looking guy. If you know anything related to this individual, then please tell me. Who the heck is this? I doubt even his close friends would be able to recognize who he was from his expressionless picture that looked like it was taken at the DMV. They were scribbles on his shirt done in permanent marker, starting with yours, Maibara-san, and quite a few of your classmates signed as well. Huh? This is Tomitake-san? There was no hint of his usual unreliable and easygoing personality in his photo. It was an expressionless, half-asleep face. Then, do you know this woman? Even before seeing it, I had a good idea of who it was. I don't remember her name, but she's some lady who was with Tomitake-san last night. I didn't know what her name was, but I did know she was a resident of Hinamizawa. Oh, flicker. When was the last time you saw these two? The night of the Watanagashi. We spoke. They seem pretty close, I guess. Did anything bother you about them? Anything is fine. Go ahead and say it. Being asked for every little detail is troubling, honestly. I had a pretty good idea of who this guy was by now. Did something happen to them? There was no response to my inquiry. Thus I replied to that silence in kind. I was pretty certain, that this guy was a cop. Then why? Why was he asking about Tomitake-san? Did something happen to him? More importantly, why me? Shouldn't there have been plenty of other people who knew more about him than I did? The roar of the air conditioner felt unbearably loud. After a long pause, he finally spoke again. You've moved here just recently, isn't that right, Maibara-san? Are you aware, I wonder, about the stories of Oyashiro-sama? My heart began to race. I'm pretty terrible at hiding things. It probably showed on my face. Not at all? If you don't, then that's fine. Well, I have heard of it. Tomitake-san told me, actually. How much do you know about it? The dismemberment killing, the accidental death, the death by illness followed by suicide, and the lady who was beaten to death. The incidents always happened the day of the Watanagashi, ending in suspicious deaths. I didn't think Tomitake-san would have kept anything from me. I think that was everything. No, rather, I didn't want to think that there was anything more than that. Do you know of that, well, curse, Maibara-san? Feel free to speak openly about it. I don't believe in it. My answer was instant. It wasn't so much that I didn't believe in it as I was on the verge of believing. I wanted to clear away my own doubts. That was the more prominent feeling. Really? And that's great. Guess you really are one of those city-raised boys. So what if I don't believe it? I have friends waiting, so could you get to the point? The man in this picture is dead. I'm going to cut the episode here because it's ran on so long. I was waiting for this line to come up, but I am going to cut the episode here. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next episode of Higurashi no Nakakoro ni, Chapter 1, Onikakushi. Until then, peace out.